Doki doki ooh woo, all my heart's for you, my wonderful fiance, Seamus. Hello friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Hi Gwen. Congratulations first and foremost to Cherie for snagging that first. You are the official first. Mary is our official second and Nivex is our official third. I also saw Kissy in here, Wazo, Seamus, and now Gwen. That's Kaya's lady. Squee! Huzzah, huzzah, welcome in. It's cookie press day. We're making the butter spritz today. It's gonna be a nightmare. Maybe. It depends on how the cookie press decides to treat us. To be fair, I no longer have any muscles, just pain, but you go home at least. Oh no, wow. Pilates is brutal. I really want to get into Pilates, but Pilates is brutal. It's brutal, but it's so good for you. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing spectacular and fantastic. This is day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas cookies. We are in the literal home stretch, the last quarter of cookies. We have the butter spritz today, the cream cheese based spritz tomorrow, and then we finish it off with the old-fashioned sugar cookies, which is the oldest recipe I make as far as the Christmas cookies go. And I like, home stretch, baby. Home stretch, we're making it. It is brutal. DH, thank you for the 10 biddies. Welcome in, friend. How are you? You come to show me love and bother me? Darn, I'm being bothered. The tragedy, the horror. Yay, Cookie Press, may the cookie gods be with you, right? Especially because this is my cookie press. It's really old. Like, really, really old. I don't even... It says things in fonts that I don't think we use anymore. And the photo's like slightly yellowed, so you know, it's old. I think my mom had the exact same one. Did she really, Gwen? Oh my goodness. Right? It's a classic, Kizzy. I overdid it with my back, but like it needs to get done. It's a lot, but it's enough. So yeah, that's the thing. You got to take it in small steps, DH. Don't be like me and like not take it in small steps and then trash a part of your body. I'm not saying that I trashed my legs getting back into like walking and running, but I may have been running on shin splints for a little bit because bad decisions. This is what bad decisions look like. Esticlus, hello. Hi, bye. Hi, bye. Thank you for the lurk. I'm assuming Esticlus has things to get done. Things to get done, which is understandable. It's understandable. It is, after all, literally the weekend before Christmas, so I fully expect everybody who's procrastinated like crazy about things. Hi, it's me. I've definitely done some procrastinating. sort of. I mean, I have been baking cookies, but like, hi, it's me. I've been procrastinating as well. Now is like the last weekend to get your shit done because Christmas is on Thursday. We are out of time. I need to, but I can't. I move a lot and you get bothered after a while. I'm cooking and cleaning. Yeah, if it doesn't get done, it won't. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that, DH. Still got to get a gift for my niece. Whoops. Yeah, I still have to get gifts for my 2 aunts and my uncle. You have Krampus to figure out. Oh, you're playing Phasmo, Esiclus. You're not ready for that for Christmas? For Christmas, Kissy? Because it's coming. It's coming whether you like it or not. So the fact that my spine fucked spot... Kids bounce back, oddly enough. Oh Lord, it coming. Oh Lord, it coming. Yeah, so Esiclus, if you're doing the Phasmo event, my one big tip, if you want to prioritize speed, is skip out on finding the items for Krampus's bag that sits outside of the house. It's fun and it does give you items and stuff to do it. But A, sometimes there aren't enough items in the house to actually fill the bag and complete it. And B, especially if you're solo, it takes forever. So if you prioritize speed over everything else, like just skip that part. Unless you only need like 5 items. Just skip it. Given my situation this year, I'm not doing cards or buying too many or any gifts. That's fair, Gwen. That's fair. Like your situation this year has been... It's been a situation. Okay? And I can already feel, so for those who don't know, Caius Lady, aka Gwen, is my IRL bestie. Girl, you and I, we need to have a phone call because I saw a thing on Instagram and I was like, whoa, hold the phone. Shit's happening with names and stuff. And like, there are details. There are details that I need. So you can expect a phone call either slightly before the holiday or just after the holiday because I need the details. Shit show. Oh yeah, so it's yeah, shit show. Yeah, we've been getting in, get objectives, get ghosts, get out. That's exactly how I do it, Esiclus. I will call you, Gwen. Yeah, long time no see. It's almost like you both were in Sid's chat. As it were, I also am lurking in Sid's chat now that I can't actively be taking clips of his embarrassing moments where he gets stabbed by the killer because he fucked around and found out, or he gets hooked by the killer because he fucked around and found out. Yeah, we were grinding through last night. Yep. Kissy and I, we managed to score probably close to 300 points in... I don't know. How long did we play, Kissy? Maybe 2 hours? Maybe? We didn't play that long because it was late. It was late. But Tanglewood, you can go real quick. And we weren't even going as fast as we probably could have. Like, I bet if Kissy and I really put our minds to it, we could have been zoom right through it. Hi, Master of Splits. On the 12th day of Christmas, my Saknika gave to me 12 baked butter Spritz. Now, 12 butter Spritz would definitely be possible because this recipe makes so many. You need to play some Faz badly. Hi, Lunar. Welcome in. How are you? We could have really zipped through. A couple of those ghosts were rude. They were really rude. Like the Moroi that didn't want to give us spirit box. Like, go fuck yourself, Moroi. That one was mean. I did message Make It Rain though, Kissy, about the fact that we once again, well, you weren't there the first time it had happened, but for me, once again, Demon in Tanglewood just wanted to munch booties. Like, thank goodness the crucifix was already in there. She is still trying to get Doomslayed, and I was like, girl, I don't know how into grinding the Faz event you are, but this literally just happened again. So it seems to be my lucky charm is to just be grinding out of an event and a demon will try to doomslay me. So maybe it'll be your lucky charm too. That demon was the worst, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Pain in our ass. And then the crucifix falling into the rug and not being able to be gotten. At least it still worked, but it was like, really, Phasmo, fix your mesh. Still need that achievement, but I would rather have the points right now. You still need that achievement, Kissy? Oh, so close. So close. But yeah, I don't blame you. I'd rather have the points right now too. And right now, with the fact that we had some people who abused things, and so Phasmo took away the ability to get all your points if you died, you can't afford to die unless you're desperate. I know Rain is like jonesing. All these years and you still haven't gotten chomped in the first minute. Right, it takes forever. But before the achievements, inevitably, if it was a demon, I was dead in 30 seconds. Like, gone. Deceased. This is sugar. But I do have 2 small bags of flour because this is the one that we had bought for part of the baking before I remembered that I didn't include what I needed for the Awans. This is my reserve bag of flour. We will be going to the grocery store in the next few days because we have a lot to replenish. We have a lot to replenish. I may have also, so long as I don't need the half batch of Spritz. So this is enough butter for 1 batch. So long as I don't need the extra half batch, I bought exactly enough butter for all of the cookies. If I need the half batch, I have more butter, but I'll be dipping into the reserve butter. Hi, Patrick. Welcome in. How are you? A few weeks back, maybe a month or so ago, I helped Jazz get hurt. Yeah, getting Doomslayed is a pain in the ass, Lunar, so good on Jazz for getting it. Hi, Yui. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, I can hear it. I was suddenly like, I don't hear the alert, but I do. It's just quiet to start. I have reserved freezer butter and reserved garage freezer, but that's a lot of butter, Wazo, and I'm here for it. Sam, biggest hugs for such an incredible friend. Oh, you're too kind, Patrick. You're just hanging out. I love that. I love that. That is amazing. Yeah, this recipe, so if you've never seen Spritz made, you literally have to extrude the dough through a cookie press, which is what this is. The size of the cookie is dependent on the setting you put on the cookie press. I like to go in between a 1 and a 2, so it's not super small, it's not super big. I usually get somewhere between 30 to 45 on a tray, depending on how well behaved the cookie press is being. So we'll see. But these trays, I will count them individually and then put them on my sheet, add it up, because you cannot guarantee with a cookie press how many cookies you're going to get per tray. If I need more than 4 trays, which is a potential, I have to completely wipe the trays down between cookies being placed on them, because as soon as the trays are greasy from the previous cookies, the cookie press doesn't like to work because the cookies are not sticking to the tray and they're instead sticking to the damn press. Because why not? Why would we behave? That's usually my experience, which is why it's Sam versus the cookie press, round 1. Every time we get a demon, it won't eat me in time. Oh my God, Kissy, there's a clip of me on my channel. I was in Bleasdale, the new Bleasdale, and a hunt started, and I immediately went to hide, and then I was like, no, wait, it's too early, it's a demon. So I was like, hug me, and I ran into its arms. 18 seconds, Kissy. 18 seconds too late. I was furious. Today has been a relaxing day. Got a pedicure with my mom and finishing someone's Secret Santa present. Yui, that sounds like an amazing day. What color are your toes now? Or did you get a design? I must know. When I got it finally, I was doing it organically. It was weekly, and a ghost started hunt quickly, and I was in Sunny Restricted. I yelled, oh my God, it's a demon, ran at it, and was cackling. The rest of the group was, what if it is not? We finally left the match. I got it. Beautiful, Lunar. Beautiful. Yeah, I technically got mine organically too. It just happened during event grinding, but I didn't have, actually, if anything, the settings were not optimal for getting booty munched by a demon. But the one thing I did change, because group hunting, was I made it that kills extend hunt. So not only did I get it, my fiance Seamus got it, and I think Kags was with us and got it. So all three of us just total party wipeout, but we all got doomslayed. It was beautiful. Yeah, Kissy, it was brutal. I was so mad. Also very happy about what happened in the Jake Paul boxing fight he had. I know nothing about boxing, Patrick, but I'm glad that something good happened. Crazy guy, you're streaking 90 days. Let's go. A Christmas emerald green. It is so pretty. I love that for you. I love that for you. Is it sparkly or is it just normal? Or is it gel and like chromatic or something? Because I know there's like so many cool finishes now. Jake got a broken jaw in 2 places. What? Yikes.
I'm gonna need you.
Yikes. Legatus, I got you. I got you on that hydrate. You're sorry. You're all good. You're all good, Lunar. Jake Paul got knocked out. I'm assuming we don't like Jake Paul. Again, I don't know enough about this. Fuck around and find out, Jack. Yeah. Normal, not sparkly, not gel. I like that though. I like that though. It's still a pretty color. Mine right now are a glittery red, and it's a Holo Taco color called Naughty List, which is very appropriate. I would absolutely be on the naughty list because, you know, ginger. We're automatically designated to the naughty list. He's a douchey YouTube personality that thinks he's all that. Oh, well, then he got what's coming to him. Karma ran at him full force. Karma's a bitch, and she comes with interest. Sounds pretty. It's very pretty. Yours sounds good too. Ours would be perfect Christmas colors together, Yui. You are the reason for the naughty list, right, Seamus? He's been fighting non-boxers or past their prime boxers and thinks he's a real fighter. Yeah, he had it coming. He had it coming, Master of Splits. He and his brother have been out there doing some horrible things and now are trying to make money off of their bad behaviors. Wait, is this the guy that went to that one forest in Japan and filmed and like talked shit and had no respect? Is that the same dude? Because fuck that guy. He fought a real fighter for once. Good. Fafo, big time. That's the brothers? Okay, yeah. I don't like those two. I have no, the amount of non-respect I have for them is in the negatives. Like, it's a negative number times I for, you know, infinity. Oh, thanks, Siri. Yeah, I have no patience for that kind of bullshit. Like, I get that sensationalism brings in views, but there are some lines that should not be crossed. There just are. Legatus, you're streaking. Let's go. You're streaking. I'm here for it. Yeah. Well, at least for once, after hearing a little bit about a person, I can peg who they are, sort of. I wouldn't know what he looks like because I refuse to watch his shit. I will not engage with it. But now I know. Actually, didn't Dr. Mike box him once? I don't know. I'm iffy on Dr. Mike too. There were some scummy things that happened during COVID that I was like, I kind of have lost respect for you, sir. I used to enjoy his content, and then the yacht thing happened. And I was like, feels bad. So if you don't know, during COVID, Dr. Mike, of course, was one of the personalities out there trying to get good information to people, which definitely not against that. But his birthday came, and he was one of the ones that was like, you need to wear a mask, you need to obey local mandates and stuff, like keep your distance, so on, so forth, etc. Somebody in his like circle of friends or whatever rented out a yacht, and he and a whole bunch of other people went and had a party when we're all in like lockdown and nobody can contact each other and whatnot. And he's out here saying these things and he's not practicing what he's preaching. Got caught, and instead of making an apology video on his main account, he did it on his secondary account that not as many people know of, so that he could keep it like under the rug. And it's like a feel bad situation. Say I respect Logan's athletic ability in wrestling, just not him as a person. That's fair, Patrick. Yeah, it's too bad Tyson got paid off to hold back on Jake. There's no way I'll believe he didn't hold back. Jake would have gotten way more than a broken jaw. Maybe they just didn't want the kid to die. Murder charges are bad. Murder charges are bad. Maybe that's what it was. What is it, Hera? Oh, did you knock your thing under the stove? Did you knock your thing under the stove, little girl? I gave her a toy. Oh. Girlie, hang on. I need a ruler.
What are you looking for? How'd you break everything?
The rulers are all in Seamus's office. No, you didn't knock it under here. You're playing games on me, girl. She likes these little spring toys, and I had just tossed one for her, and I thought for a second maybe she had knocked it under the stove because she was just like kind of staring under the stove. No, there's nothing under there. There's nothing under there. Yeah, kitty. Kitty. Even at an eighth of Tyson's power, pretty sure those blows still hurt, which I'm fine with. Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did. Let me rewash my hands because floor. Oh, there's the thing. You silly girl. I see it right over here. Why are you staring under the stove like that, Kara? You're silly. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Here, I'll kick it for you. There. It moved. Now you can play with it again. Oh my goodness. Logan Paul's performance at WrestleMania during his debut was impressive. All right. All right, you guys. Before we get, or rather I get totally distracted, because you can continue whatever conversations you want. I am not going to stop you. How about those butter spritz? For one iteration, so one batch, you need a pound of butter, which is 2 cups, somewhat soft. So I wrote soft on my thing, but what you really want, like, it needs to be a little bit squishable, but you still want to feel a little bit of chill to it, because you need these cookies to have some stability. If it's too soft, they will just be kind of mushy and not work. So 2 cups butter, 1 pound, mostly soft, just like mostly dead. There's a difference. 1 cup of sugar, just granulated, a teaspoon of almond extract, and 4 cups of flour. 4 glorious cups. Yeah, Gwen. Okay, so we're just gonna put this back here. First step is always to cream the butter and the sugar. So 4 sticks of butter going into my machine. I also apologize to everybody who missed out last night because it was so fast. The butter dreams are quick, and they were much needed after the candy canes. The candy canes were not quick. Those two are the antithesis of each other as far as how much time they take. The candy canes may eventually require a friend just to speed up the process. We'll see. We'll see. I don't mind doing them, but it's a lot on the body is the problem. But the Butterdreams are quick and easy. Oh, now she's happy. She is just all over the place. Get the whisk balloon attachment. Whip out any excess water. I like to get my butter knocked down first and then add my sugar. Fuck candy canes, but they are tasty. Right, Gwen? They're so tasty. They're so tasty. To be honest, I'm just trying to distract myself a little so I can make up my mind what I want to eat. Oh, you know what you want to eat, Patrick? Food. Ideally edible. Yeah, hungry, it gets even difficult to focus on picking something. I'm the same way, Patrick. I don't know what I want to eat when I'm really hungry. I'm the same way. Look at her go! Gotta let it do its thing. That's you daily? Yeah. That'll do. I'm gonna turn it off for the moment. 1 cup of sugar. Here's a nice little 1-cupper. And multiple times a day. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, so I either need 1 batch or 1.5 batches of this. And I leave a note for myself to do 1 batch and see where you end up and then decide from there if you need more. Because I have, in years past, ended up with like hundreds of extra butter spritz. Hundreds. Gwen knows because Gwen really likes the butter spritz and usually ended up with a giant Ziploc baggie of them. She was devastated. I do, it's true. Now I feel like I'm actually watching one of the nice cooking shows. Aw, Patrick, thank you. I remember one year too, I made so many extra Christmas cookies. Like I did not have my batches dialed in at all. Gwen was going home because she has family downstate and was like, oh, I need to bring a cookie platter. And I was like, bloop, 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 here. Okay, there's that part. Extract. 1 teaspoon. Is this my teaspoon? It sure is. There were a few years that I had ridiculous amounts of extras. I would need like 90 peanut butter blossoms and I ended up with 200, that level, for all of the cookies that I was making. Beautiful. Almond. I do feed you well with sugar. Only with sugar. You can't ask for anything else, just sugar. Beautiful. Okay, now we gotta whack it off. What the heck? subscription. Hi, Gemini. Welcome in. How are you? What in the heck is... packaging. It's packaging material, I think. Weird. Whatever it is, I don't see any more in there, so it's fine. Yeah, it just breaks up. Spatula. I need a spatula. It could also just be something that was in the sugar or something. Scrape down your sides. I think the reason Gwen really likes these cookies, by the way, is because of the butter. Gwen is the only person I know who has on her bucket list to try deep fried butter. The only person I know that's a bucket list item. Butter is good. There could have been bees in the sugar. That's possible. Batwoman, hello! Welcome in. We need 4 cups of flour. 4 glorious cups of gluten. So we're going to empty off this package and then get into the fresh one. I do believe there is an acceptable amount of like bug parts or whatever in things like flour and sugar, so it is entirely possible. Deep fried butter, Wazo. Deep fried butter. They do sell it at state fairs, particularly in the South. Thanks, you hate it? You're welcome, Gwen. Although, I just want to let it be known, so one of our team members, Sid Coletti, partner to the quad, basically, Sid_Coletti. He reached partner on Twitch this year. It's not quite 4 cups. And he started reaching out to brands to see if he could get like brand deals and sponsorships and stuff. He reached out to several, expecting 1, and got 4. And we were talking, like he and myself and others in the EBGG space last night, and about reaching out. And I mentioned that, you know, maybe when I get a little bigger, I will reach out to King Arthur Flour to see about it, because, like, this is exclusively what I use, is King Arthur Flour for my flour. And he was like, why don't you do it now? And then Kissy was like, yeah, you should just do it now. And it was basically a, you don't know if you don't ask. And I was like, oh no. So I probably, after the cookies are done, I will make them sit with me and read whatever I write over at least a dozen times, which I know they will gladly do, and reach out and see, because they're not wrong in the worst that they can tell me is no. The middle ground is telling me what their parameters are, and the best I can get is a yes. Like, they're not wrong. They were selling King Arthur bread flour at Costco, and I was so tempted to buy it. Right, Wazo? You like the flour bag shaking noise, Gemini? It happens frequently. It would be, I don't know if it would technically be a sponsorship. I think it would be more like an affiliate ship, which is not quite as nice as a sponsorship. But an affiliate ship would mean that I get like a code, and anytime you potentially like shop off of their website or whatever, I would get a kickback or something. Like, that's usually how an affiliate code works. And generally speaking, when it comes to an affiliate code, you don't want an affiliate code for a brand that you yourself do not use, because your kickback is entirely dependent on you promoting it to other people, and who wants to promote a brand that they're not passionate about, right? Which is why, and you usually don't make a lot of money off of an affiliation unless you are big enough that a lot of people are using your code. So like Maniology, I have a code with Maniology, but I use their products. I believe in the quality of their products. So I am happy to promote and product place and whatever. And if people use my code, that's great. And if they don't, it is what it is. But I wouldn't be able to do the same for a brand like Advanced GG. I can't use their products. So how would I easily product place and promote that if I can't use the products, you know? So it's one of those things. A sponsorship typically, generally speaking, only happens when you're big enough to get that paid product placement. And they have contractual terms for how long it goes on, how often you have to show their product and showcase, and minimum view requirements and so on and so forth. It is technically easier to get an affiliation than it is to get a sponsorship. But sponsorships are the ultimate goal. They are the most reliable income, and it doesn't require action on the part of your viewers necessarily, which is always good. I'm just pre-mixing so I don't get a flower facial here. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah. And I also think that's why brands are a little bit more likely to give out an affiliation than they are a sponsorship, because it also costs them not that much. And usually the creator can't use their own code, because that would be like double dipping. Not only do you like potentially get a discount or something, because sometimes the codes do offer a discount, but you're also getting paid. That's not kosher. Get that mixed. It will come together. It will come together. This is a dough that it goes from crumbs to together relatively quickly. Just got to get all the flour coated in that beautiful butter. It's like a cup of butter to a stick of, or a cup of butter. It's like a cup of flour to a stick of butter. I have words and I can use them really. Yeah, that's about it. Because it is, you can see it sticking to itself. If you look way down in there, it's pulling it up off of the bottom, so it's complete. It does feel dry today, though. Might be for the best, honestly. A little bit of a dryness to it might suit me well. We'll see. We'll see how it behaves in the cookie press. Oh dear. But yeah, like I can squish it together. That's what you need. Okay, so I might need another half a batch. That being the case, I'm not going to put any of this in the sink. I'm just going to set it on the counter. So it's out of my way, but it's accessible if I need it. Because we're going to want a little bit of space for this part. The beautiful KitchenAid footage, right? I love my KitchenAid. Man, there's a brand. There's no way I could go after that one. Don't say anything, Kissy. There is no way I could go after that one. Because even though I use my KitchenAid extensively, like, that's the extent of my KitchenAid love. I could give a shit about the rest of their products. Their stand mixers and their hand mixers are all I give a shit about, and I don't think that's enough to promote a brand. Okay, I think everything's out of the way. Suspenders, hello, welcome in. How are you? I'm gonna set this back here. Give this a little bit of a wipey wipe. That it can still be used, so we'll keep it. Oh, here comes the glorious time. Hi, Hera. What? Did you lose? Yeah. Yeah, did you lose your thing again? If you go back there, the people can see you. Yeah. Yeah. Now the people can see you. Yes. They can see you crying at me with your smoker's voice. I don't know how you got a pack a day smoked for 40 years kind of voice, girl, but you do. Yeah. You do. It is a cat. It is the baby. Psst, 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 psst. Oh, she's gonna get up on a chair. Here. It's the baby. Hi, Hazels. It is a beautiful tabby baby. With an extra thumb on every paw. Huh? Are you going to supervise me from there? I think that sounds like a great idea. And yes, you can kind of see the window. She is precious. Cat butts from Suspenders. Scooch this back this way. Retilt it. There we go. All the thumbs. Going to Istanbul in January, and there's apparently cats everywhere. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of all the cats you're gonna get to pet wed. But also, Istanbul sounds amazing. Istanbul sounds amazing. All right, so there's a cookie sheet. We have to get out. Actually, I don't think I'm ready for the overhead. Get out the picture, or the pictures. I'm reading and I'm speaking. Get out the cookie press. You'll take all the pictures, as you should. As you should. This is what, by the way, my OT made for me to hopefully prevent some of the hot spots to just go on my hand like so that where it presses here will be covered, so that hopefully maybe I don't end up with problems. I actually probably can I just slip it on? Because that would be cool. I can, then it stays a little better. Awesome. That pleases me. I'm gonna set that back there. She and I have no idea how well it will work, but it's worth a try. If I remember right, these go concave side out. They do. Set that there for the moment. The ones I use for Christmas should be on the top, because I literally only make these for Christmas. So I think it's this one, and this one for the butter. And then... Why are you stuck together? The fuck? There we go. I don't know, they got stuck. I think it's this one, because that's the wreath. I think that's a flower. Yeah, and then it's the next three. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. You go back in the box. Necessity is the mother of invention. It is true. Yeah, so I will show you with overhead cam so you can see this. There is a dial on the top of the cookie press. There's a number 2. There is over here a number 1. And then there is this like little catch that I think is just for helping hold it. And it will, like, you can feel it lock into place as you move it. And it will lock into place with that catch. So that's where I like to put it. Notches that the lever holds into, which opens up the tube that we will now stuff full of dough. Pip, hello, welcome in. You lock into place too, I bet you do. Hi, Specking. Specking, I saw you on Factorio this morning. I have to remember to add you to my auto shoutouts as well, Specking. Yeah, so it's literally, oop, I forgot to take the end off. That helps. Down the chute. That's what we're gonna be doing. But I prefer to do this over the bowl because crumbs. Because of crumbs. And I'm gonna smush it down in there. No air bubbles. The less possibility for air, the better. And I do try to not use both hands. Technically, I should be holding it with the other hand and smushing with the right, but too late now. Because the grease on my hands will glide on this and then I can't get a good grip. Push, push, push. Really get it in that tube. Roll it a little bit. There we go. Relatively flat. Okay. Get as much grease off of my hand as possible. And didn't do anything too exciting today. Mostly just upgrade my gear and preparing for another planet. But I did nuke the 6 behemoth worms I told you about yesterday. Hell yeah. Nuclear for the win. Okay. So the dies for the cookie press, they have where it goes like down and in, which I believe is concave. And then you have where it comes up, and I'm blanking on what the opposite of concave is. But you want this part to be down, if I remember. So it pushes up into the dough and leaves, let me hold it in there, and then leaves space for where the dough has formed on the sheet. It will start coming out right from the get-go. Let me put the thingy on my hand so we can see how well this works, or doesn't. Convex, thank you. Brain no worky. Brain no worky. Oh, these trays. Oh, I hate them for this. Because you actually have to push down. Okay, I will explain the problem in a second. Come on, click. Click. Okay, I don't think I can use these trays. So these trays, the Nordic ware, only have things that jut out on the corners and here. So you can absolutely, like, it's solid until you push on a side. So I need like something to counter while I do that, but I only have 2 freaking hands. My old ones, the air bakes dimple in so it's flat. Like, how do I want to do this? Because you do have to push down. Like, do I have to get my hand under it? And then I need this to click. There it goes. And there it is stuck. Oh my God. To fight with the Nordic ware or not to fight with the Nordic ware, therein lies the question. No, I already have to fight with the cookie press. For the first time since getting these, they are failing me. Out of the way. I need this to sit flat. This is already hard enough without having to fight with the cookie sheet. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Click, click, click. I've rocked it with 2 cookie sheets before. I'll rock it with 2 cookie sheets again. I will 100% be going on eBay though tonight to see about getting secondhand proper air bakes. And I will also be reaching out to Nordic ware, I think possibly directly, to see if they have air bakes with a different bottom design and explaining the struggle. Hi, Ash, thank you. It's really fun to watch, yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything heavy, and the problem is gonna be, like, I fill across, now where do I put something heavy once there's cookies on there? I don't. These ones get cinnamon candies in the center. This particular shape. Where are my cinnamon candies? I'm gonna have to get more of these too. I've had these for a couple of years. I'm not gonna worry about this one cookie corner. You're suffering today? Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry your allergies are acting up. Yeah, so that is a very unfortunate design of the Nordic ware. I mean, the only other option is to only work in the center, but then I'm losing out on the entire outside border. Like, who wants that? Who wants that? Not me. Not me. So, today we learned, it never would have occurred to me that that would be a problem. Until now. It's really bugging you. You won't have to look at it for much longer, Gwen, I promise. Because I will count them and move this. Believe me, it bugs me too, but I just cannot be bothered to fill it in right now. I had a McDonald's burger last night. They didn't disclose that the burger had a sauce in it. Nowhere on the menu. It was a thin layer of sweet chipotle. Oh no, Ash, that's terrible. And dangerous. Like, I don't know about laws there, but we have very strict laws here that you must disclose everything. so. And it's because of allergies. You can get in big trouble if you don't. The stove is a little dry today regardless, but we're gonna make it work. In you go, little dollopy things. Cinnamon Imperials. From the hospital, my throat was so painful. That sucked. Do you have like allergy meds you can take for it, I hope? Something to soothe? There's that. Put these back here where I can't accidentally knock them. And send them flying. Oh, water's so good. Can only eat soft foods and I'm waiting for the face swelling to go down. Oh. Strong prescription antihistamines. I believe it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 35. Now they're no longer bothering you, Gwen. Let me get the oven going. 400 degrees for 8 minutes. Where's my timer? Timer. 8. 400. That's 200 Celsius for anybody who needs to know. Beautiful. Do, 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 do. Oh. IV allergy meds. Yikes. Yikes. Well, I'm glad that they gave you something for it. That's at least important. Hopefully, it goes away quickly. Okay. There's that. This one gets popped out. Let's do this guy next. Yeah, if I'm actually smart about this, I'll use my other hand. Because that's not the one that's gripping the barrel. It's also not the one that's injured and doesn't want to push on things. Thankfully, the injury, like, although slow, is healing and getting better. There's still those little things that I'm like, my God, this still sucks. There's that. Still need to wipe this off because I don't want to get the little hand helper covered in garbage, but the cheesy chicken stack, oof. Oof. The sucky part. When genuinely is in a case of me not being careful, they genuinely don't have it anywhere that had a sauce. Yeah. Yeah, and that's dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, that's dangerous. Oh, I don't have to put this on the lowest one. I can put it up one. Perfect. Okay. Next tray. Next tray. Chapstick too. I wonder if somebody mistakenly put sauce on it then. If it wasn't even on the board. It's bad no matter what, but it does make me wonder. Come on. Oh, Oh, now that you're just being stupid now. That one's no good. Are you gonna be a problem? Oh, look at how shaggy it is. Come on. Oh, it's self-extruding a little bit. Does that sometimes. You are just being a problem. I'm very confused at why this dough didn't want to come together as nicely as it usually does. Because this is not what these are supposed to look like. Let me just tell you. That is more what they're supposed to look like. And they just don't want to stick to the tray right now. Yes, please prove me wrong and stick to the tray. Dang it. I mean, falling off is acceptable too, as long as you stay together. Ooh. You did a wibble wobble, why? Come on. Come on. You give me one and then you take it away. These look terrible. Why? Why are we struggling so, Cookie Press? I'll fill in a little bit of the gaps here. I always have some problems with the cookie press, but normally not like this. This is normally not the issue that I have. Good thing they will still taste good. You'd have avoided the burger altogether if you'd have known. Yeah, absolutely. I've never used a cookie press that didn't need a strong talking to. Right, Hazel? Right? And for whatever reason, this one is also extruding up the sides this time around. Like, get out of my cookie press. Go back in there. Go back in there for a little bit. Most people tell me to drink hot tea with honey to soothe it. Oh, I believe they do. They will still be tasty, Gwen. Yep. Yep. All right, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 to 6, 7, 29. And the oven, I think, is up to temp. I don't remember hearing it. But then again, I was fighting with the cookie press. But I think it's up to temp because it says the number. Warm Jello. That I've not heard before. That is a new one. Also, welcome in, Hazel. All right, we'll put the first one in. And start the timer. And mark down 35. So Jello is a gelatin dessert here in the States. What? What? No, you can't have uppies, Hera. No. No, not today, little girl, not today. You've had uppies every single time so far. I really want this to be a little bit more together. I've never had this one be quite as crumbly. I'm wondering if I add a little bit of butter in, which technically changes it. But usually with something like this, where it doesn't have any other liquid outside of the extract, which is a flavorant. Hi, Nikki.
Trouble. Her name is Nikki.
I'm thinking, yeah, let's put a tiny, tiny bit more butter in here and see if I can't get this to come together better. Do not deny that, sweet precious angel. They're uppies. No uppies. No uppies. She can happily lounge. Huh. You can, yeah, you can lounge. You can lounge and be sassy. I feel like I still have this. No, maybe, no, this way. There we go. Maybe? Oh, I can either align the top or I can align the counter. I think the counter wins. Fruit flavored gelatin and dry mix in a box that you add hot. Yeah. Yep. Okay, a little bit of butter. Let's see if I can make this. Okay, bye. Make this better. No. I appreciate that you love me dearly, Hera. But no. And it probably won't take a lot. That's the thing. It just needs a little. What? You have had uppies 5 times this morning already. Yeah. Yeah, you have. Let that do its thing. 3 times, Nikki. You've done it 3 times. Betty bought some butter. That's right, Gwen. Make it even. Make it 6. No. Yeah, that looks better. It's much more together. It doesn't take a lot. She's back on the chair, giving me the evil eye. How dare I deny her royal polydactyl princess? She'll live. She will survive somehow. You forget to check in. You do, Nikki, and that's okay. About the water, and you drink the mix while it's still in swarm state. That, I've never heard of that, Hazel, but that is an amazing tip. That is an amazing tip. I need to tilt this down just a titch more. Nope, a little bit more. That's better. That's better. I feel the grease. Grease no more. Grease no more. Set that up. I'll get this all together after we pull a tray out. I really was expecting to be able to use 4 trays, but such is life. I mean, I've never baked with something other than an air bake. In theory, I could pull flat cookie sheets out from in here and put parchment on them and keep going. Because I'm pretty sure you would need parchment on this. Right? Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't. They are mostly butter. What? Girl, you are so needy. Yes. Yeah, you can get up in that chair too. If you get on that table though, you're not going to be a happy princess. Because I will yell at you. Because the table is off limits. Eh! That's what I thought. They're copper. Phoenix found this tip somewhere and it really does work, and we use the sugar-free Jello gel. Oh, nice, Hazel. If dark, then you do parchment. So, yeah, because I kind of wanted to just get more trays together. We'll skip the little one. I know it's a lot of clanging. I have copper and I have the standard. I don't know if the standard is considered dark. The nice thing is they sit on the cookie holder. The cookie tray sheet holder regardless. Yeah, I think I'm going to give this a shot. Because the reality of the situation is I really want to use more cookie sheets. They should both be fine, but monitor those cookies so you know how they'll bake. Girl, I just wing it. We do have a sheet coming back though to us. We got 20 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I wing it. Especially because this is written exactly how it was for my grandmother's. And I don't know if there was just some secret knowledge about cookie sheets or what, but there's nothing about anything. This is 8 to 10 minutes. Cookie swap. Whoa. Beautiful. Slide that there to cool. These ones come out. In they go. Timer start, and we'll add in the next 29 onto the stream. Okay. Yeah, we'll give one a go. We'll see how it works. the worst thing that's gonna happen, okay? The worst thing that's gonna happen is it doesn't work, right? And I screw up some cookies and I have to just make an extra batch. And the worst part about this situation is I would have to immediately send Seamus off to get more butter. I think we would survive. At least I might have to send him off to get more butter. Like, there are worse things out there that could happen. Like my oven breaking down or something. That would be bad. Oh, darn, right? Not more butter. Oh my gosh. I remember when I used to do this and I was with my ex and I was still new to it. Like, I was still trying to figure things out. I didn't have my Excel spreadsheet or anything yet. So I was just guessing on how much of everything I would need. And this was also when I was still doing this in like a weekend. I was not baking quite to this quantity at this point though. I think I was only doing maybe 5 types of cookies and whatnot, but it would happen like twice. I would need more stuff, and inevitably, when I would ask him if he could really quickly go pick stuff up, and a lot of it just from a convenience store like 10 minutes away, oh, it was the end of the world. I was a monster. How could I not plan ahead for this? Why was I so unorganized? And yada, yada, yada. It was terrible. It was terrible. Like, I was made to feel so guilty because I was trying to do this nice thing and I wasn't used to what I needed yet. The audacity of me. The absolute audacity of me. Right? Gotta love him. Yeah, Gwen knows my ex. The real peach that he was. Well, one thing's for sure, they're sticking. Cookies have never been baked on these sheets before, by the way. Ever. Maiden journey. Okay. That's all it fits. 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 by 8 is 32. I do kind of want to scooch some of these back though. They spread ever so slightly. Help me free them. There we go. That makes me feel better. Okay. Okay. It's also time to take the other cookies off of the tray. Oh, I forgot to give you the overhead cam. He was a real number one. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes my brain forgets these things, Gwen. And yeah, I had picked a real winner. It was a good learning experience. Whoop. It was a very good learning experience. There are still behaviors though, because of him, that I'm having to unlearn. Been 10 years. most of them have been unlearned, but every now and then a new one pops up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that in forever. And looking back, like, I just chalked it up to, God, I don't even know what, but he was actually kind of a violent individual. He was kind of violent. I mean, he definitely had anger management issues, but at this point, I am surprised it took as long as it did for him to essentially raise his hand against me when he threw his phone at me, as it did. Because we were together, technically speaking, for 6 years. After the 4th year, though, I was basically done with the relationship. As my mom put it, it was a habit. It wasn't anything more than that. And I just hadn't realized it. And because I have an extreme resistance to change, like, I wasn't going to change anything, which was to his advantage. Yeah, it was an interesting time in my life. Thanks for the lessons. Don't miss ya. Don't miss ya. Don't wish ill on you either. Like, I am a firm believer of not wishing ill on people. I just, wish karma upon them. There's a difference. There's a difference, man. Okay, we got 30 seconds on what's in there. Spin this back this way. He was an entire box full. I think he was an empty toolbox. He wasn't that good. We are talking about the former toolbox. I was still a kid. It is true. I thought I knew it all at 19 and I didn't. Best insult ever. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta learn the lessons the hard way, That was one of them. 4 seconds. Water. Let's pull that tray and then we'll put the other one in, and then I gotta wipe the one down to free it from grease so that hopefully the cookies will stick to it. They could look worse. They've certainly looked better, but they could look worse. Okay, we're gonna see if 8 minutes on this tray works. We did meet at just the right time. It's true, Seamus. And while I'm okay with like 26-year-old Sam having met and started dating you, I don't think I would have been okay with 19-year-old Sam having done that. How many did I get on that tray? 32. We're just too cute? No. Yeah, because there's a 22-year age gap between Seamus and I. And I really feel that once you've crossed about 25, 26, where your brain has basically finished developing, you are in a much better position to decide to be in such a relationship with an age gap. A 19-year-old, as I learned, is not really equipped for that. And there was 10 years between myself and my ex. How hot are you? You're not. Get the grease off of this as much as we can so that the cookies stick as well as they can. And that is something, like, if I have younger people coming to me about their relationships or whatever, that is something I tell them, is that from experience, you think you have it all figured out at 19, but holy crap, you are going to get into your mid-20s and look back at 19-year-old you and be like, I was a damn fool. I don't think any of us escaped that one. There's just something that happens during your 20s that makes such a difference. And it's probably your brain maturing. Yeah, there's so much change and growth from 19 to 26, Hazel. Yep. You'll do that every decade? Oh God, Gwen, don't tell me that. I don't want to feel like a damn fool in my 30s when I hit my 40s. I was an idiot till I was in my 30s. Oh, no, I don't want to be an idiot that long. I want to be smart now. I want to be smart now. Oop, that's the end of that. Okay. Dude, you're still an idiot. He can't even deny it. What in the fuck? I hear like mariachi music outside, and I don't know if my neighbors are throwing a party or if it's a car, or it could be both. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. You're denying nothing. You're a good one to talk. She's not denying it. She's not denying it, sir. The worst part is it sounds like it's coming from across the street, but not from our normal neighbors. Oh, it's absolutely a car radio. I hear the commercials. The utter insanity I've been subjecting myself to as of late. Oh boy. Am I gonna yell at you, Gwen? Am I gonna yell at you? You know what's really annoying about being able to hear my neighbor's music? I look like this is one of the few things I look forward to in winter, okay? The fact that they go inside and they stop being outside and blaring their bullshit. Which I regularly have to listen to for hours on hours on hours in a day. Crossed 50,000 words on the rewrite yesterday. Nice, Seamus. Nice. Cody, hi, welcome in. I prefer to keep my distance from a relationship myself while acknowledging a probability of change. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. How are you, Cody? I have to look outside. Because I would love to know who's blaring their stuff. If it is the neighbors over there, I will be shooketh and extra annoyed. 3 minutes on the clock. Like it's there. Come on, let go. Remember how I said that sometimes they don't like to stick to the damn tray? Here we go. I tried to that time. I can feel it when it at least tries. That one barely is even out. Woo! Go back over there, Cookie. It's Spread your little spindly, flowery parts. You did so good for one. There we go. Yeah, when it works like this, it's beautiful. Sneaking. Perfect. I emptied the two. Hi, Hammy. Welcome in. How are you? So far, things are decent. The vehicle is still starting after a -30. Woo! That's a cold one. That is a cold one, Cody. Oh, timer. Are they a little golden? They are. Perfect. You sit there. I'll detray after I finish getting this together. The moment I entered the chat, I got a phone call helping a household member get back so she doesn't have to deal with a slow commute back in the elements. Ooh, yeah, definitely. That's a good idea, Cody, and very kind of you. Working on a crochet gift for your mama. Ooh, what are you crocheting? What are you crocheting? It's gonna suck if I have to do that with every single one of them. You know it, Gwen. That is why it's me versus the cookie press round 1. Tomorrow's round 2. I always win and prevail in the end. I have yet to just say, fuck these cookies and not make them. Temptation has been real, though. Got at least 1 to 1.5 extruders worth of dough in there too. And we'll see. I'm gonna extrapolate data from this tray to decide if I need to pull out more butter. Also, Seamus, if you are done yelling at World of Warships with Ethan, you can reopen your office door. I had to close it because he was so loud. He and Ethan were so boisterous that it was gonna pick up on this mic. It would have been a problem. Smush, smush. You are banished. You were banished. Namely, your loud voice was banished. It'll come as no surprise to anybody either. I'm sweating. Like, it is warm in here with the oven going. I may crack a window. 400-degree Fahrenheit oven is a very warm oven. Shocking, I know. This girl is hot! Alright, you didn't even fart. You didn't this time. Okay, listen, you would have been extra banished if you had farted, Seamus. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, Gwen, are you home through the holidays then, at this point? He has unbanished himself. You like a sweaty crack? Oh my god, Seamus.
I opened my door and was assaulted by the smell of cooking.
That's how it goes. Kinda home next weekend and New Year's, but I'm all. Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you were actually going to get some relaxation time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30. 5, 7. So we're going to add them in now. We're at 133 out of 176 that I need. Put these in. And I'll start the timer and then I'll make a spinny spin. Woo, buddy, it's so warm. That oven is so warm. Timer, come back. Start. Do a spinny spin. Oh, there's Seamus. After January 30th, they will definitely get better after January 31st. What?
What'd you say?
I said there's Seamus. You're on candid camera.
They're so good. Oh my god, they smell so good.
Did you hear my rant about the Nordic wear? The Nordic wear?
No.
You can't use it.
Why?
Because of the way the bottom is, I can't push down on it. It tilts to the side.
Oh no.
So I'm going to have to find more original air bakes.
With the dots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those look a little dark. I think I'll have to get rid of those for you.
I don't think so. I think you will do that on threat of your CPAP being contaminated. I will feed the cats things to make them fart in front of it. And it is the bare minimum time. I potentially could knock it down by 1 minute. Okay, this will be the next one to be used. Put that over there. Hi, Ellen D. How are you? Might be hotel surf. Yeah, hotel surfing sounds like a good idea. You briefly described the issues and I was like, yeah. Well, those are a little toasty on the bottom, aren't they? They'll be fine. Yes, Seamus? You're staring at me. He doesn't have his ears and he can't hear me. What? Oh, the inevitable dilemma. The hunger with no food outlet. So he's gonna make popcorn. Certainly an option. Yeah, how interesting. These, they're perfectly fine on the top, but the bottoms are just like, they're definitely cooked. How interesting. Ooh, that cools off nice and fast. Very. Oh. All right, spinny spin. I just got back from a walk. Now we're about to cook it up. Heck yes, L&D. You're so sexy. That's why he's there. I mean, he would tell you the same, Gwen. You're not wrong.
Because it crushes it.
Look at the bottom. So because this,
because
and
it
this,
tips.
it tips. You can't put the pressure on the side. So if I were to make cookies on this, I'd have to be stuck to this.
I want to figure out a way around that.
I would need a form to set it in that it would be able to hold on.
Yeah.
I would need like a wooden
Like a
thing,
frame.
like a frame, yeah. It's the only way I'd be able to use those. Probably not, but it's not happening this year. Unless you were gonna make it tonight for tomorrow, it's not happening this year. He's about to take measurements. They look amazing, by the way. Thank you, Hazel. I'm gonna use water to help get the grease off of this one. That's why I dampened the paper towel. I'm also going to hit the cookie press with it. They're such brats, these cookies. At least now they're behaving a little better with some more butter in there. That's one of the things too. You have to pay attention to what ingredients are in your dough to determine how you can add moisture so that you don't muck up the recipe. I think I'll need the extra. Oh, I'm not going to get a full tube. I think I might need an extra half a batch. Or am I? I'm going to just barely get a full tube. Okay, there's a little extra. So that's going to be about 30 cookies. Or do I just go balls to the walls and do like a full batch extra? I have options. I have options. We have to buy butter regardless. Her milkshake brings me to the yard. It brings something. Oop. Cookies can come out. Hi, Smeagol. It's not a time for wet food, baby boy. Ugh. Oh, that's right. Smeagol's a popcorn fiend. The popcorn is in the other room, little boy. I am going to crack this window. Maybe. Actually. Crack it from the top because heat rises. So that'll help get some of the excess heat out of here. Science. Science, we have it sometimes. Okay. Next round. And yeah, because if I'm gonna get another 30 and we're at 133, that'll. What? Who's buying things off of my throne? Thank you, whoever you are, but like, who's buying things off of my throne? I'm very confused. Anyways, as I was saying, if I'm only gonna get 30 more, I'm gonna get to 163, which is shy. So I need to make at least half a batch. Half a batch should be more than enough. Let me get out 2 sticks of butter. I had to brain that one for a moment. Ugh. Come here, butter. Because I need it to somewhat warm up. I'm just glad I'm getting used to what that noise is. It happens so infrequently that for a while, like when you donated L&D, I had no idea what was going on because I'm not used to it. Okay, butter can sit out over there. I loves nail art too. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. I'm surprised I don't have it to pop up in chat. Who did the thing? I wonder how you do that. That is a later problem. Although my email will tell me. 3 of them. 3 items. Does it say who? Items on your wish list have been purchased. I'd like to thank the person. I'd like to thank the person. No, it doesn't tell me who. Dang it. Dang it. Whoever you were, I super appreciate it. I will find out. Oh, I need the hand protection. I will find out. It was you? Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate you. I just want you to stick to the tray. Oh, come on. Why are you... Oh, maybe it's just the old dough still being screwbally. That was still in the thing. What? Thank you for the Phasmo mug. I can't read the text. I can't read the text. It's too tiny on my screen. Maybe I need to make that bigger. I will have a prescription mug now. They don't want to stick again. If you're shocked, raise your hand. If anybody here is shocked, you haven't been paying attention. I appreciate the love, you guys. As the class. By the way, Ezeklis, I sent you a holiday card, but I don't know your new last name, so I hope it was addressed okay, if you've gotten it yet at this point. If you changed your name. Because obviously that is not required upon getting married. No, you stay like that. Thank you. I saw it's coming and no, won't change my name. Perfect. Perfect. I don't think I actually put your last name on it. I think I addressed it to Ezeklis and hubby. Because I wasn't sure. Yeah, when Seamus and I get married, I am not changing my last name either. Partially because I have a very unique last name and I very much like it. And partially because I don't feel like going through the rigmarole of changing my last name. If people want to use his last name when addressing me, I'm not going to be offended. I'm just not legally changing it. I did Sally and hubby. Perfect. Slay. I figured that would be appropriate. Because it's like, it's pretty expensive to change your name, and you have to do it on so many documents. You got your driver's license or your real ID, passport, if you have one, and then your social security card has to be updated, bank account, any legal documents you have to be updated. Like, it's a friggin' hassle. I ain't got time for that shit. right? It sounds like a pain. My 4 degrees have my birth last names. I ain't changing it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Your PhD has your birth last name. That's the important one. Because you are Dr. Esiclus. I forget what your doctorate is in. I just know that we use it against you when we want you to answer things. And we're like, you're the smart one, you're a doctor. None of these want to stick. Such is my life. But they do look a little better than the last ones. They're not as shaggy. Yeah, hopefully you're able to tune in for more Sundays, Gwen, because I do nail art on Sundays sometimes. A doctorate in sarcasm. Chemistry, I know nothing. The conversation I had earlier with EBGG tells me otherwise about your doctorate in chemistry. See what you can do? Huzzah! Yeah, it's not every Sunday that I do it, but if it's going to happen, it's on a Sunday. I may do my nails just on my own on Tuesday or Wednesday for Christmas. I've done 0 Christmas looks. I've been so busy. And then come in the new year, hopefully I will get back to doing them fairly regularly. I do love doing my nails. I just hit like massive creative blocks sometimes. Or maybe it's just the procrastination in me. Oh, this is the last one. And that's all the dough I really, well, I have a little bit of dough left. But I think I'm gonna just save this dough and add it to the dough I'm about to make. You went simple with green sparkles? Hi, Tommy. That is a good way to do it. That is a good way to do it. I'm surprised you didn't say Esiclus had a doctorate in these nuts, Seamus. Okay, y'all missed the opportunity, but I took it. I took it. Since I did. Oh, I hear him typing. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 34. Yeah. Right, Esiclus, one of my mods, Bubbly, asked for it. What did I say? 34. Yeah, 167. I'm literally 9 short of what I need for the cookie boxes. So we're making a half a batch. Because I definitely don't need a full batch, but I do need more than what I've got. Okay. And I'm gonna drop the time. Oh, excuse me, timer. Drop the timer by 1 minute because it seems like 8, which is the minimum it suggests, is too much. It's too much. I'm also gonna have to get a bin out. Because we running out of cooling rack space. These are such yummy cookies, though. They're so yummy. Cliff, did you ever figure out how to crochet the Bing Bong hat, by the way? I never did follow up with you on that. I need to know. Yeah, I'm at a... That is like all of my cooling rack space right there. That is all of it. You even bought the pattern? Okay, you need to give me a price for that, girl. I need to know how much it would cost for me to have you make me a Bing Bong hat, because I think I need one in my life. Seamus already gave me the Bing Bong. Hang on. We have a moment. The butter needs to soften anyways. I think he couldn't bear to wrap Bing Bong up. So I got Bing Bong. Bing Bong! He's so cute. He's so cute with his little stitches and everything, right? Right? A Bing Bong hat does sound adorable as fuck, doesn't it? I love him. I love him so much with his silly little propeller hat and everything. Oh my god, if it had sound. If it had sound, I would die. I would die if it had sound. All right, Bing Bong, I am going to set you down here on the dish, I think. Yeah. Will you stay there? No. Okay, you can just sit on the saran wrap then, or next to it. That way I don't have to go all the way back in the bedroom to put you away for right now. Right? You joined the Bing Bong Hat Army, exactly. It's a good army. Highly recommend. I do need to get a bin though for cookies. Oh, that's a good girl. You curled up on a chair. You take a good nap, Hera. Please ignore the fact that I am technically disturbing your nap time by coming in to get a bin. If I can get them separated. They are particularly suctioned together. There we go. There we go. Mo better. Can we all wear Bing Bong on the same day around the world? That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I'm here for it. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Let me clear space. And these, so if you've never had like a Spritz or especially a butter Spritz, these cookies just kind of melt in your mouth. They just kind of melt. They're very good. And I'm trying to grab them at random so that I get a good mix in the box so that I'm not just pulling like none with the cinnamon imperials for people versus with and so on and so forth. Because anybody who's received these cookie boxes before can tell you I do try to give you a variety of what I've baked. So even like with the sugar cookie shapes, variety. I do my best. I do indeed. Oh my gosh, Gwen, I just realized when you're finally steadily back in New York, you could pick back up on getting regular massages if you wanted. You'll finally be able to. Timer. Tingling. Stop the timer so it stops making noise. Yeah, they're just starting to golden. Set that there to cool, and I will continue putting stuff into bin. Has anybody else been inspired at this point to bake for the holidays? Or are you just vicariously enjoying and vicariously getting diabetes by watching me bake for the holidays? Okay, now the really fun thing is going to be when all of the cookies I bake doesn't fit in this bin. That's what baggies are for. Sometimes it happens. Okay. Let that one sit for a little longer. I always inspire you. Let's go. No, Gessiclus, that's okay. Gonna hop out, have some chores to do and dinner to scare up. Yeah, absolutely. So much tea. Thank you for being here while you could, Gwen. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, water, delicious. We have more dough to make. I am going to take out what's in here and put it into my tube, just as like safekeeping. But we do need more dough. We had a few too many duds. So that can just sit there for the moment. That won't hurt it. I'm going to give a little wipey wipe to the island because it could use it. So if a full batch got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays, we should get like 2.5 trays thereabouts from a half a batch. Okay, so half a batch starts with 2 sticks of butter, and these are still solid. These are still pretty darn solid. So what I am going to do is chunk them to whip. Chunking them will allow the more surface area for the mixer to grab onto to kind of whip them into shape, right? So half a batch is going to be 2 sticks of butter, 2 cups of flour, half a cup of sugar, and half a teaspoon of almond extract. Okay, let me get a kniffy. Oh look, a kniffy. I like serrated knives for this. So do the duds fall into the quality tasting control pile because I volunteer as tribute? You know, if you get to New York. If you get to New York, Hazels. Because quality control has to happen before they ship. Sorry, you'd have to beat me to the kitchen. I knew Seamus was gonna quip something. Give me that surface area, baby. There's one stick. Almost there. Two sticks. Now we turn it up. Bubbly, hi, welcome in. Welcome in. Bubbly, I claim the first D's Nuts joke of the day. Hi, Oni10, you welcome in. So I give these cookies away as gifts to my friends and family. It is a lot of cookies. Okay, that'll do. We need half a cup of sugar. Yeah. To my belly. Been lurking for days now watching you make these bad boys. I appreciate that. I did. How did I get it? Crap, I don't remember how I got my D's Nuts joke, but I was the one who got it. Seamus passed it over. It fell on me. You get the best box because you're in the harem, right? I mean, you get a box. I don't know what the best box would be considered. It's half a cup. There we go. Excellent. Need the almond. Ooh, just lie to me. I'll play with your box. Just lie to you. Okay, you get the best box then, Tommy D. I'm gonna roughly estimate half a teaspoon because I don't feel like dirtying another. That'll do. I normally am very particular on it. We did some simple Christmas shopping. Hubby got a haircut. I picked up some bad boy medication, Robitussin, so I cannot cough in the middle of the night. As you should, Bubbly. Good enough. Okay, whack it off. Whack it off, whack it off. And if I have to add more butter again, I will. If it's truly just a dry, dry day. Okay. Set that over there. 2 cuppies of flour. Making potato, what are potato tacos? An apron of mine? That would be so sweet of him. That would be so sweet of him. Everything else lasts for 4 hours and I wake up coughing so bad you need something. Yeah, you definitely did, Bubbly. Right? Potato tacos. I need to know what potato tacos are. Because I have a recipe and they're just not that great. Like, we need to modify it. I need to know what potato tacos are. It's 2. Close enough. Close enough to 2. Shunk. Splooch. Now we make sure it doesn't smack us in the face with flour. Thank goodness it was my left hand I injured, like seriously. If it was my right hand, I would be in real trouble today. And in most days, honestly, because I'm right hand dominant. Potato as the meat substitute. Interesting. Send me recipe if you don't mind. Or post it in the Discord in the recipes section. Because I think Bubbly is also curious and might want to try. See it come together. How well it does. See if I need to add more butter again. Yes. Yes, I do. There's no way I don't. I'm gonna have to refill the butter dish. I may actually have to get a whole other stick. Yeah, I smell the almond. I can add a little bit more of that in too. I can, yeah. Yeah, we are same braining. I had a feeling, Bubbly, because I did estimate on this. And it really doesn't take a lot of liquid to make a difference. So I veggie substitute, but don't want the store-bought stuff. And that's fair. I don't have great feelings about the store-bought stuff. Just because of the added sugar issue with store-bought meat substitute. This is out of the fridge, so it's very cold. But it will work its way into the dough. Because that is not what the dough should look like. And then whatever I don't use of this is going in the butter dish. Yeah. My biggest struggle with store-bought meat substitutes, personally, is the fact that a lot of them use garlic as part of the flavoring, and I can't have that. Or they have mushrooms in them for the protein content. I can't have that either. My issue with them in general, and this goes for gluten-free stuff too, so I don't advise eating gluten-free unless you absolutely have to, is they substitute sugar in for the flavor. you really don't want that extra sugar. It's just Sam versus the cookie dough today. We're not quite there yet. It hasn't quite come together. A little bit more. There we go. That's much better. I would hesitate to add more than this. But now it's really clumping. So I'm just giving it a second to make sure that the butter's completely worked through. There we go. Much better. I don't know if I ever finished my thought on fixing dough. You need to understand where the moisture is coming from in a dough. So like with the bonbons and the candy canes, we added cream because it's kind of like a frosting dough, and you can add cream to frosting to thin it. Or in this case, moisten what we're working with. In this case, these buttery Spritz, they need to have stability. So we don't want to add a liquid to make them loosen up, right? And the extract is a flavorant, so we got to be careful with that. The actual moisturizing agent in the dough is the butter. This is moisturized by fat versus liquid. So to get the dough to work better, we add more butter because the butter and the flour like stick to each other, and that is how we're getting the dough to moisten up and stick together and work. If you're working with a recipe that doesn't really call for, like if the moisture is eggs, water. Water is your best bet because egg albumin contains a decent chunk of water itself. So it's one of those things that as you bake more and more, you kind of just get used to what is doing what in the recipe. And I say this because I have never in my life taken a culinary class outside of the basics that we learned in middle school, which was like how to safely fry bacon, how to make an orange Julius, so that we could learn like a little bit of blender stuff and just like really, really basic stuff. Nothing impressive. It was more of a, we're making things so that you can navigate your kitchen. Hi, Lunar. The cookies are going well. The cookies are going well. We just finished putting the dough together for another half batch. And I need to take the ones on the tray off real fast before we continue, and then wipe down some trays and, keep moving. Keep moving. But yeah, the internet's a wealth of knowledge. If you don't know something, the internet can probably tell you. You just have to verify that it's credible. So don't ask ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is actually quite often wrong. ChatGPT can be useful for things like help me make a YouTube video title, or What are some good Instagram tags for my content to help get views? ChatGPT is not terribly useful for, I need to modify this recipe, or I don't understand why this isn't working. Like ChatGPT, And you can actually even ask ChatGPT when you ask it stuff. And I've never used it before. I've just seen videos about this. You can ask it to tell you why it might be wrong, and then it will list a whole bunch of ways and why you really can't trust what it just told you. Which is why it's so terrifying that kids use ChatGPT to write their essays. And I feel for all of the teachers who have to try to figure out, did my student write this, or did ChatGPT write this? Generative AI is a problem. It's a big old problem. I need more brain power used in general by people. Okay, I'll just start with this tray. It needs a good old wipe, but I'll start with this tray. Hi, Yellowfin Tuna. Ask ChatGPT for winning lottery numbers. Man, oh man, if only. If only is never wrong. Okay. Okay, Tamiti. Having you and Case open at the same time is like haunted Christmas cookies. That's so funny, Bubbly. I only use ChatGPT for, can you multiply this by 5? And see, therein, easy. You can use it as a calculator. Then I do it 10 times in different wordings. Fair. Oh, when you want to multiply it or make one smaller. Okay. An interesting technique. When I couldn't find a pose I was looking for to draw, I used ChatGPT to draw that pose for me as a guideline. Oh, that's not a bad, terrible idea. As a guideline. You have Case open too. I also am lurking Case. Case and Sid are my two lurks right now. Okay, this is gonna need a solid wipe. In fact, all of them are gonna need a good solid wipe with water so that I can use them. The water helps get the grease off better. I think, anyways. Maybe. Maybe I'm smoking something, but I feel like it does. So that we can get the cookies to stick. All right, I'm gonna set this off to the side and grab the next one to do that with. If we only need 3 trays, that'll be great. And it'll be another quick day. Which also doesn't break my heart because, like I said, Seamus and I, we're gonna have to go to the grocery store. I really kind of want to go to the mall. And if I finish early enough, I can force him to take me today. But for that I use metric. Wait, what? I'm bad at math, especially when it comes to cups and spoons. Ah. The teaspoons. Send me a message, Lunar. Because I'm going to make your life gloriously easy. And just tell me to send you a link for my teaspoons. I do get them on Amazon. My teaspoons, hopefully you can see this. My teaspoons tell you the milliliters on them so that you can look at that and do the multiplication to make them make sense. So like 1 teaspoon, I can hold these ones up together. I know it doesn't want to focus very well. 1 teaspoon is 5 mils. So the fact that 1 tablespoon is 15 mils means that 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. So it allows like quick math. And I really appreciate that my measuring spoons have that. My measuring cups it's not quite as necessary for, but they also have it. And I find it very, very handy. And then a quarter cup is 60 ml. Yep. So if something needs a certain amount of tablespoons, it comes out to 60 ml. Like I think it's 4 tablespoons. I just get a quarter cup out. Just DM me. Excellent. Yeah. I'll send you the link to them. Because it does. It makes life so much easier when you're trying to convert. Because I feel you when you're doing like a double or a triple on a recipe and you're like, oh my God, I now have to add 6 teaspoons into this. Ugh. Or what have you. Yeah, that way the DM is there for when I get off stream. Because if I tell you, I'll DM you when I get done, I guarantee you I will have forgotten. Like, I will have forgotten. That's just how it goes. Okay, everything's wiped down. Get a sheet back out. Put the overhead cam back on. Oh, the overhead cam has to come over here. And now we need to refill. And I think, yeah, we're on the, what I call the biscuit shape. Because they remind me of, all of these cookies remind me of this, but this shape especially reminds me of the ones that come in the Sewing Notions tin. You know, the Dutch butter cookies. The Sewing Notions tin. Use less salt to make it healthier. Nothing wrong with that. Hi, Bean. Welcome in. I make my own taco spice mix and I make it in bulk. Oh, because you use it on potatoes and you roast every other week. That's awesome. I should honestly look into making my own taco spicing, because that's all the packet is, right? It's just spices. You add some water to the meat so that you have something to get the spices to cook in, and you let it cook down. I'm sure it's very easy. And then you can pick which spices you really like and keep out the ones you don't or can't have. Maybe that's why I always struggle with tacos sometimes. There's probably more garlic in some of the mixes than others. Today, I finally used my brain. Get my hand all wiped off here. I need you to actually, thank you. Screw on. It's so good. Homemade. And it's so easy. You can also put less salt, so it's better for that intake. Yeah. Hi, Marshy. Welcome in. How are you? I was lurking while you were talking about ChatGPT in school. What's sad is the college I work at, they encourage staff members to use Copilot. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like Copilot either. I am anti-generative AI. And I definitely have in my inbox for my Twitch email offers all the time from like companies that basically use generative AI to try and do things for you. And I'm like, no thanks. I'll pass. Ooh. I don't know why I tilted so bad on that one, but I did. Yeah, okay. Oh, I think they're arguing outside. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Heresy. Oh, thank you, Lunar. I appreciate that. I appreciate you putting that recipe in there. Listen, Seamus, health is not heresy. You will survive, quite literally. Okay, I think that's all I can really squeeze onto this tray. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6. 2, 3. Okay, so 30. 1, 2, 3, 34. 34. Copilot funny for me is when the ask was made and the information provided was of documents you wrote. That's funny, Yellowfin. That's hilarious. I was amazed when they first started telling us to use it. As far as I know, we don't have official policy as far as students using AI. Only individual instructors and their class policies. Oh my gosh. Blows my mind. Okay, let me put this in. Let me pull up the timer. Timer's important. And we now know 7 minutes is the sweet spot. So 7 minutes it is. Start that. Add cookies on here. Now I have enough. We're gonna have more. So many cookies. Well, actually, since we're gonna have more than enough, Seamus, if you would like to have a cookie, just one, you may have one cookie, Seamus. He's not listening. I'll go give it to him. Oh, there he is. Because we're already over quota, so snack. It wasn't me. Oh my god, I had one left. And that tube. Nom, lucky. Gotta come to New York, Tamiti. All early samples are in New York. Where I have them available. Oop. There we go. Needed to hear it click into place. Me never going to New York. Also me thinking about the cookies, right? It's so far. It is. It is so far. She knows if she comes here, she lives here because we're keeping her. It's true. Hi, Amber. Spritz cookies. Yeah, those were always your favorite to make with your grandma. Oh, I love that. Yeah, we would take her in like a stray cat. It's true. It's true. We got space. We got space. How has the DBD been going, Amber? I know you've been playing. The human distribution system. Oh yeah, Marshy. Do you play? Do you play, Marshy? I was on it this morning, getting some more of the Bone Chill event done. I need to play Killer now for the Bone Chill so I can get the hooks. Butter cookies are the best. The ones you buy in the tins are kind of buns. Yeah. Yeah, they're not quite the same. These are definitely better than the ones you buy in those tins. 3 minutes on the clock. So hard to keep my hands not greasy doing these. And thus the tube. In fact, it's gonna look inappropriate. Oh, you can't see it look. Well, you can kind of see it look inappropriate this time. There's a clip of this looking real inappropriate. From, I think, last year? Not as much as I used to, but I used to play a lot with the gaming group I was a part of. Oh, yeah, I have plenty of friends who play. It's been going, had some chill matches today, surprisingly. Oh, that's a fantastic, Amber. I think maybe because we're getting a little bit away from rank reset, you'll have a little easier time getting chill. At least that's what I'm hoping. I quit playing DBD. The game gave me blood pressure problems. Yeah, that's not good. It stopped being fun and went to being a health problem. I have over 350. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if it goes to being a health problem, it's time to stop. You are not allowed to give yourself a heart attack for a video game. Forbidden. That did not feel good on my wrist. Nobody tell my occupational therapist. Nobody tell L&D because she'll yell at me. Nobody tell Kissy because she'll yell at me. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I just have a little more, and then tomorrow, and then I don't have to do anything with the cookie press for another year. But also, it's kind of a learning thing because now I can go back to my OT and be like, here's a motion I can't do easily, and we can work to fix it. So, silver lining, question mark? Does anybody believe me? You're telling, Tom ET? 1,800 hours. I'm at 2,400, I think. And still a potato. Like, Amber's definitely better at it than I am with her 18 than I am at my 24. Had a trapper that low-key looked like he was gonna TC, so we all tried encouraging him to keep going. Aw, the one Lara was being mean though, so we trapped her in Shack and gave the trapper a 4K. I love the shit out of that, Amber. I main Yunjin for Survivor, and I main Ghosty for Killer. Who did you main? Who does everybody main? Who do you main at this point, Amber? Your therapist is gonna be pissed with you by the end of the week. She already knew that I was gonna be doing this. They took it easy on me the last couple times I was there because of this. She was like, I don't wanna beat you up here only to have you go beat yourself up at home. I was like, I appreciate that. Oop, timer. Timer. Cookie removal. Ugh. Beautiful. Sit there. Belita! You love Ghosty, Marshy? You just start. I can't even use the flashlight, Amber. Are you kidding me? I also mostly solo played and was notorious for pulling toxic survivors and oh, that sucks, Lunar. Fungmin and Onryo, but I also love Piggy. You do love Piggy, Seamus. It's been over 16 months, yeah. First P100 killer, who will be Bubba? You're gonna P100 Bubba first, Amber? What a move. What a power move. I am here for it. I am here for it. Whoop. Are you working on it on stream, Amber? Bunny Fang is very cute. I main as Sable or Michaela and Xenomorph. Oh, I've not met a Xeno Kitty main. Till now. I have actually never played Kitty. I own her. I've never played her. Do you let people go if they pet you? Or are you a no prisoners kind of kitty? He's so fun to play. Oh my god, I tried playing Bubba once and I'm so bad with his freaking chainsaw. Like, so bad. Okay, I do not have any more room on this tray. Michaela is so hot, but I'm prejudiced. I love gingers. It's true, you do. Case in point. On stream 2v8, I do, but I play Ghosty in 2v8. Oh my god, Ghosty in 2v8 is amazing. Like, each game I get one of them, I swear I would get another survivor that would stand with me and just look and nod like, yep, it's gonna be one of them games. Oh, Lunar, that sucks. I mean Michaela because I am also Ginger. Let's go, Gingers unite. I've gotten the chainsaw sweeps down, but gotta work on the flicks. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I am the Bubba who, because I've tried Bubba once, who runs into pallets and shit. Like, I am that Bubba. I'm baby Bubba. The actual baby Bubba, not the pretend baby Bubbas for memes. I don't really care to play Bubba though either. I think part of why I like Ghosty is he is mainly an M1 killer. Stalking, I have it some days and some days I don't. It takes a little finesse, but he's mainly an M1 killer, which makes him a little simpler for me. I don't have to think about, am I going to use his power here or am I going to just smack him with my knife? Like, I'm going to smack him with my knife. I've already been revealed. I'm just going to smack him with my knife. Hi, Gothic Fairy Queen. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Ginger Lives Matter. That's right. That's right, Bubbly. Ended up having fun in the games, but I just stopped having fun towards the end. And that, if you're not having fun, Lunar, that is an excellent time to stop. I take breaks from DVD because I just get to a point where I'm like, I'm too salty to play this game. I do that with Phasmophobia too, where I'm like, all right, I'm getting bored and I need to stop. And so I take breaks from Phasmo. I don't, like, when I hit that point too, I don't even care about whether I'm doing one evidence or no evidence or what have you kind of runs. I'm just bored. Meaning Xenokitty was an accident, to be honest. I started playing right before they released her, and I tried her out as one of my first killers, and I just never stopped. You know what? That's the best way, though, Marshy. So you are a relatively newer DVD player then. I started playing just when Michaela came out, which I think was 2021. One thing though, I somehow always befriended ghosties in most Weskers. Aw, I love befriending the killer, but I don't try it very often because I'm not good at getting away from the killer if it fails. If I was better at getting away from the killer if it failed, I would try more often, I think. Yeah, after each event, I take a month or two where I only play on Sundays with one group during the weekly because it's just tradition. That is fair, Lunar. Yeah, because the events take a lot out of you to try and complete them in Vaz. Started playing beginning of 2024, I think maybe end of 2023. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. DBD has gone through some good quality of life changes in that time, I feel. I mean, they've definitely made mistakes. Don't get me wrong. Behavior has not been perfect about their changes, but I feel like overall behavior is moving in an more than not positive trajectory. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35. Was Chucky when you started playing? I thought you'd been playing for longer than that, Amber. I thought you had been playing longer than that. You did not try? You just failed so bad at being a survivor they'd be all, well, I must love this one because I'll be real, I played that much of it, but oh my goodness, I feel you on still being bad at it even after playing a lot. I feel you on that. All right, one goes in and one gets detrayed. Still warm. Like, it's not super hot to the touch, but it's still warm enough that I should wear a glove so that it doesn't, like, heat up over time, that kind of thing. And then cause me problems that I will get yelled at for. Justifiably. Like, if I do a stupid, I deserve to be yelled at. Cookies. So many cookies. Oop. That one cookie just does not want to come with the spatula and get off of the tray. It's like, nope, I'm going to fall off again. Just tip them on. I can always rearrange them in a second. Oh, itch. And I am gonna, like, I could use the air bake, but I'm gonna use the tray that I've already cleaned off instead because it just seems smarter.
It's a Wonk Tootie. She's a potato.
Hi, Tootie. How are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's the plate up master herself. Tootie feeds me virtual food. It's very yummy. It's very yummy. Spin. Cookie, cookie, cookies. Yeah. You remember Chucky and Alan Wake being the first screens I saw? I had played for a bit with some friends and stopped and started up again. That's wild, Amber. I would have swore you'd been at this for a lot longer than that. One fact, I played when Chucky got to the game. I'm super afraid of that fucker. I'm happy to report I was blessed to never have had him as your killer ever. The RNG was kind to me. I quit before it ever happened. I would have stood in a damn corner. Oh my God, Lunar. Yeah, if Chucky terrifies you, I can understand that. I can understand that. Mama! Mama! Is there more plate up today, Tootie? Or is today a day of rest for you? I haven't actually looked to see if your schedule's out. I'm very bad at doing that, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's this one. This one next. The crumbly flour. 1.5 tubes left, maybe? Maybe just, it's gonna, I don't think I have less than I think I have more than a full tube in here. I don't think I have exactly a full tube. I think I have a little more than. But we are damn close. Wipe my hand clean of grease. Yeah, there's not much left. There's not much left. Yeah, my sister's like that with clowns, Lunar. She is terrified of clowns. So if they're not wearing the, I think it's the elephant costume, she is just shitting bricks the whole match. Which, as her older sister, I find hilarious. It's like my sibling duty to find it hilarious that my sister is scared shitless in a video game. Yay! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Saknika, but you may also hear me called Sam. I am a member of Everbright Global Gaming and Set the Tone stream teams and a variety streamer here on Twitch who bakes, creates, paints her nails, and sometimes plays games. And today is day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas cookies, and I am fighting with my cookie press to make buttery Spritz. Case, how was Phasmo? Did you do a lot of not good things? Did you show everybody what not to do? How did it go? Did you get your foil card? You guys, if you don't know Case is a foul-mouthed author who is an absolute delight to hang around in. So you should definitely follow them. You should definitely go check out their stream. You should absolutely attempt to jump scare them if at all possible. And when they have it available, donate to make them play zombie games because it's funny and we love them. Welcome in, Miri. You're back. You're back. And Case, of course. I rated myself. Hi, AC. Bubbly came in with it. You're double parked. Seamus is double parked. I came here for a good time. I didn't come in just in time for the scared shitless in a video game judgment. What can I say? I know you too well, Case. I came here for a good time. Just in with the zombies right off the bat. Traitor. I am a traitor. I am in Wicked Ginger mode. I blame the cookie press. Do you believe me? I blame the cookie press because I'm fighting with it. Gonna have to start getting ready to go out soon. No problem, Miri. Going out is important. Decent. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Timer. Timer. I have to pull tray. And then I'll scroll up and read what I missed. Because we don't want burnt cookies. Seamus will eat any cookies, burnt or not, but we really don't want burnt cookies. Okay. Mo Betta. Mo Betta. Hi, Vin. Welcome in. Duck twerking. Let's go. You came in here for these nuts. Oh, my Lord, Seamus. Oh, my Lord, Seamus. I don't give holiday gifts.
I'm gonna need you to join.
Seamus will eat these nuts. It's true. Opal, I've got you. Yeah, cookies. Cookies, all the cookies. Of course, Case, if you need to raid and run, if you need to get post-stream self-care, if you have to take care of Frankenpup, or Thor, or Loki, or Betty, or all of the above, including yourself, I totally understand. I really appreciate the raid. I really, really appreciate the raid. And you bring in all of your fine, wonderful community over here. I will take savagely good care of them, I'm sure. But don't feel obligated. Yeah, more water, good. All the water. So much water. So much water that I'm gonna have to pee soon. Come on. Come on, Cookie Press. Oh God, you can be at least a little nice to me, right? We got 2. Oh, you're gonna self-extrude again. Joy. Joy. You're such a joy, Cookie Press. Seriously, I love these cookies, thank goodness, because this Cookie Press is a giant pain in the ass sometimes. If anybody, namely myself, ever suggests to you to buy a cookie press, think twice. Much love to you all. May everyone absorb all the glorious baking goodness. Yes. You have a wonderful day, Case. I have enough cookies. I can use extra if I need to get these off. That did not sound good. That did not sound good. I should have thought about that before I said that. Opal, you're streaking. Let's go. 7-stream streak. You almost stuck, Cookie. You almost did it. You were so close. I will say, though, this hand thing that my OT made me is doing a great job at preventing the bruise and hot spot I usually get on my lever hand, which is fantastic. Tacos are done, so I will be enjoying my noms for a bit. Absolutely, enjoy your noms. Most definitely, that is important. I have the last of my leftovers to enjoy after this. I ate half of them for breakfast, and I will eat the other half for, like, sort of a dinner. And then I will probably, again, potentially force Seamus to go out to the mall with me. Depends on how fast I finish this up. It is 5 o'clock. But we do need to pick a time and go. Because Tuesday, technically speaking, I would like to go bowling, and Wednesday is Christmas Eve. And tomorrow is just more Spritz. And it's Sunday, so things usually close early. I can't remember if today is Yule or tomorrow is Yule. Is it the 20th or the 21st this year? Tomorrow is Yule. Okay, perfect. I still have time. I still have time to wrap your gifts then, Seamus. Not me behind on literally everything. Don't break. Don't break, Cookie. Don't break. I'm also enjoying how these are kind of lopsided for some reason. Oh, perfect. That one stuck. That one almost stuck. You tried. You tried, Cookie. I'm very proud of you for trying. But you can do better. But did you not hear me when I said you could do better? You didn't have to repeat that. Like, just stick to the tray. Sigh. I try to give you positive pep talks and you still are a piece of crap. It's a good thing I love these cookies. So many cookies. So many cookies. Don't look under the bed for your gifts yet. So nothing fits under our bed. They are in the bedroom. Hi, Ray. Welcome in. How are you, by the way? It is the battle of the cookie press, Hazel. It really is. I take it you know that struggle and pain. I'm going to be wearing a compression sock on this hand after it. Tenderness. Oh, good. That's the last one in this tube. Perfect. I have maybe like 6 or 7 more I will put on their own tray and I will make them. These are butter-based Spritz, AC. So Spritz are a specific type of, I guess they're kind of like a shortbread cookie, right? But they're made by extruding it through a cookie press. And you extrude the shapes and then you bake it. And I think the hallmark of the Spritz is the fact that they're small and they're made with a cookie press. They're so good. They definitely are like delicate and melt in your mouth, but cookie presses are brats. Like they are just straight up brats. It doesn't matter how your cookie press is made. It doesn't matter if it's a twist dial. It doesn't matter if it's a lever like mine or a squeeze gun. Like it doesn't matter. Cookie presses are brats. Hi Josie, welcome in. A cookie press is a great idea on paper. In reality, not so much, basically. Say that 10 times fast. No, bubbly. No. Cookie press, like a caulk gun, but better. Maybe. Like a caulk gun, but edible. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Plus 33. Into the oven they go. For 7 minutes. It's the maiden voyage of me actually using cookie sheets as cookie sheets. Very strange. Start that timer. This one is greasy, so I will wipe it down real fast. And then... oh, I have to add them on the stream as well, the cookies. Normally I use water, but for this one for right now, I'm just gonna give it a real quick. My poor super beat up proper air bakes. Cookie extruder you could use to attach your string, right? That would be amazing, Hazel, if we could attach it to the stand mixer. That would be so good. Figured out how to invent one for non-commercial kitchens. Yeah. Whoops. Helps if I actually add the number. I hit the wrong button. God dang it. Yeah, like a pasta extruder, but for cookies. That properly works. There we go. There we go. Some final little biscuity boys. Little biscuity boys. I don't have a lot of space left, or dough left. So what I do is I pull the plunger back pretty far, and then I'm gonna drop the dough in, and I'll put my palm over the top to push the plunger in until it meets my palm, and then I know it's good and in there. It's the trains I'm hearing. I've been hearing a noise and I was like, what the heck is going on? It's the trains. We live near tracks and I'm hearing the trains. Normally, like when I hear the trains, I can clearly hear them, but with the Christmas music and stuff going, it's kind of drowned out and I was confused. Biscuity these nuts. Oh my Lord, bubbly. Oh my Lord. Wipe my hands off. Clean this off so that I can hang on to it as best as possible. And then these will be the last cookies. The last of them. I think I can come down one more notch actually. Yeah. Okay. And protection. So many D's Nuts jokes. So many D's Nuts jokes. And whatever we get out of this is what we get. At least they're sticking. Oh, that's it. I might be able to hand push one. No, that's it. So I usually just take it off of the thing. That is a cookie now. That is a cookie now. And that will be one that Seamus and I will split and eat, because that's not a real cookie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 3 minutes on the clock. Do a little spin. Little spinny spin. Turn off the overhead camera. I said turn it off. Thank you. Okay, I have some to take off of this tray, which is basically cooled. The others are in the oven, working their way out. Do I even need this? Can I just pluck them? I think I can just pluck. Well, yeah, we'll do it this way. Screw it. Screw it. Oop. My favorite for these are the ones with the cinnamon non-perils. The cinnamon imperials, I think actually is what they're called. Seamus likes them just plain. He just likes to eat them. I like that little bit of flavor, extra flavor. Right, and I never used this one, so it can go back in the cupboard. Extra flavor of these nuts. Oh my goodness. Went for a little nap. Napping is a-okay. When you're not feeling good, Ash, never apologize for doing what you need to for self-care. Like, if you gotta go for a nap, you gotta go for a nap. I will not hold that against you. Hi, Crymars, welcome in. I've watched you make cookies for days now. What do you do with them? Just curious. So these are what I give to friends and family for Christmas. I have 25 locations that get cookies, not including my own house. And that is why there's a cooldown on that command in case you both go for it at the same time. Okay, taking one tray out, putting one tray in. Did I add the last 10 in? I did, because it was during the ad break. I did indeed. I did the thing. Timer start. Huzzah! Nice gift. My mom used to do the same thing with her Christmas goodies. I love that. I love that, Crymars. That is amazing. Yeah, so this is a tradition that was started by my grandmother on my dad's side. She and her best friend Marie is still with us, my grandmother is not, would get together. They'd actually play hooky from being school teachers. They would be sick. They would get together a couple of days in the month and they would bake cookies. Now, I am very methodical about it. I have an Excel spreadsheet. I have all the people that get it like listed on it so that I can know how many cookies I need for each person. And I like to make sure that there is at least 2 of each kind of cookie, except for the small ones. I give like 3 for each person up to a specific amount. Because obviously if there's 8 people in your household, that's too many cookies. Because I want them to have a variety, but I also don't want it to be one and done. So I figured 2 of each was good. So then it adds it up, and I know how many cookies I'm giving. My grandmother and Marie, probably for their own sanity, honestly, would bake a specific amount of cookies. If they were gonna do double batches, they would do double batches, divided evenly, and you got what you got. It didn't matter if your household had 5 people or 2, you got what you got. So I do it a little bit more methodically than they did, but it's keeping the tradition alive, and I really love it. While we were in ads, Yellowfin went online and found a vintage electric food extruder cookie. What? There's such a thing? Well, now I'm very curious, Hazel, and I kind of want to buy it and see if it works. Too many cookies? Is there such a thing? I mean, probably not. Probably not, Cry Mars. You're full AF, Damiti. Heck yeah, it was from the 70s. Listen, sometimes the things from the past are way better than the same things from today. Okay, my cookie press is probably somewhere from the 70s. It's still holding up, which is the important part. Speaking of, everything goes in here so it can be filled with water so that it can soak for cleaning. And these did not get used because they don't work with the cookie press, so they can just come back over here. God, that was sad to figure out. But if Seamus makes me a frame, then I can use them again. Give my hands a rinse while I let that fill. While I let that fill, wherever cookie press and screen grab so that I have it to save. My mom had Alzheimer's and doesn't cook or bake anymore. I do miss her goodies this time of year. Yeah, has not had. Yeah. So that is what took my grandmother to, was Alzheimer's dementia. So it was a case of I had already started making cookies for my own friends because obviously my grandmother was only going to make it for our family, not my friends. And as she started to wane, I sort of would slowly pick up the mantle, and I was doing a little bit for that side of the family, but not a lot, to just kind of try to supplement what she was doing. And then my Aunt Kathy told me one year, I think it was the year after she had set the kitchen on fire twice, that Grandma would no longer be making cookies. So, and she didn't say that I needed to make cookies for everyone or anything. She just said Grandma will no longer be making cookies. And I just picked the mantle up. I was like, all right, if Grandma's no longer making cookies, it's up to me to make sure everybody gets their cookies. I don't make the same cookies that my grandmother did. Some of them are the same, but there are plenty of them that are not. Like she used to do the snowballs with the pecans or the walnuts or whatever in them. I don't make those. She did these ones that were like chocolate toffee things where you would make dough and you would press it into a cookie sheet, bake it, and then pour melted chocolate chips over it, sprinkle walnuts on it, and then cut it once it was cool. I don't make those anymore. I have made them. They're a pain in the ass and I don't like them. Like, they're not tasty enough for the effort that it takes. So I don't make those anymore. She did the nutty thumbprints with jelly. Like, a lot of my grandmother's cookies actually, the ones that she and Marie made came out of this book. So if I wanted to make them, I could. Because I'm pretty sure all the recipes they did came out of that book. I don't particularly like eating them, so I don't make them. quite a few on eBay right now. Oh, eBay is where I'm going for more air bakes too. Yellowfin. Is Yellowfin... I know Hazel is Phoenix's mom. Yellowfin, are you Phoenix's dad? Am I getting this right? Scary glad no one was hurt. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When my grandmother set her kitchen on fire for the second time, that was when my aunt moved into her house. Things happen in threes, so Grandma deserves one more chance. No, Ray. Grandma did not get one more chance. Grandma Sam reporting for duty. That's right, Bubbly. I want to make cookies with my stepdaughter, but I never made cookies. Any cookies you would recommend? Simple. Start simple, AC. So chocolate chip cookies, always good. Oop, timer. Let me pull these out of the oven and then I'll keep going. And as far as chocolate chip cookies go, the recipe I use and that I find works very, very well is actually on the back of Nestle chocolate chips. It's the original Toll House cookie recipe. It's also in my Discord. I put all of my recipes in my Discord. So chocolate chip are very easy to make. Peanut butter cookies are very easy to make. And they're forgiving. Snickerdoodles are easy to make. Trying to think of some other simple ones that would be good. Oatmeal raisin, you can also do them as oatmeal chocolate chip. Those are very simple. If you're willing to put up with the sticky factor, the chocolate crinkles actually are very simple. They just are horrendously sticky. So like, you just have to prepare for that. Yep, blossoms are made from the peanut butter cookies. The only cookies I make are the chocolate oatmeal no-bake cookies. I've never made a no-bake. Sugar cookies are easy, yep. And they're fun because you get to cut out shapes. Peanut butter, yep. Okay, you are the dad. Okay, good. I'm getting all of the players in order. I'm understanding people. Gib Discord. I've never made gingerbread cookies in recent time. So I actually don't know how, I guess they're kind of simple. When did I last make gingerbread? I think I was in school for massage, so that would have been, because I think I made ginger dead men. Because I have a skeleton press cookie cutter. So that would have been like 9 years ago. Lord, ginger cookies are easy. They are easier than ginger snaps. That is true. But there's the Discord. Yeah, if you take the Bake With Me roll, all of my recipes are there. I have a recipe index for easily clicking to go find outside of the Christmas cookies. The Christmas cookies are in their own section, but they also, so for the Christmas cookies only, I have printable 4x6 cards that you're encouraged to save and print out if you want the recipe to work with. And it will, all of the recipes that I give in there, all of them have, if you need special equipment. Because like the Spritz cookies, you're gonna need a cookie press. The Awans, you're gonna need a pasta extruder. Sugar cookies, you're gonna need cookie cutters. But that's part of what makes them fun. Oh, I have not done molasses cookies. Wazo did give me a recipe for molasses cookies though, so I'll be trying that soon enough. Not from America, so I have no idea what snickerdoodles are. Delicious. Snickerdoodles are delicious. They came from my aunt's family and they're German, so I have no idea if snickerdoodles are German or not. I just assume, but maybe they're not. Snickerdoodles are... It's really not a sugar cookie dough, which is what commercial industries get wrong. It's not sugar cookies, but it's a very basic dough that it remains a little bit chewy, but it flattens out beautifully in the top cracks and you roll it in cinnamon sugar. So without the cinnamon sugar, these cookies would be really bland, but with the cinnamon sugar, they come to life and they're just so good. They're so good. I cannot recommend snickerdoodle cookies enough when made right. Commercial companies, I see you out there with your sugar cookies rolled in cinnamon sugar trying to pass yourselves off as snickerdoodles and lying to everybody. You love molasses cookies, Cry Mars? Never had them. because I don't really care for molasses personally. Now you want to make cookies bubbly? You should make cookies. You should. I highly encourage it. My mom used to make gingerbread cookies with a lemon icing. They were so good. Oh, that sounds interesting. See, I also don't like gingerbread very much. Sounds good. They're so good. They're so good. And snickerdoodles come out looking like... Because I wrote this cookbook for my family after my mom passed. And I know I took a picture of the snickerdoodles when I put them in. That is snickerdoodles. Flat, slightly cracked, delicious, wonderful snickerdoodles. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. They're so tasty. What other cookies did I put in here? Her cocoa drops are in here. I've never made those. I've never actually made my mom's cocoa drops. Maybe at some point I should try them. I didn't like them as a kid. But the peanut butter cookies are in here, which you can turn into peanut butter blossoms. Yep, oatmeal raisin. Yeah, I didn't put many cookies in here. There's so many good cookies out there though. I like making cookies best, honestly. I like making cookies best. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you. All right, let's say we get the last of these cookies off these trays, eh? You might like them now. People's taste change as they get older. That's true, Cry Mars. I might. Which is why Wazo's recipe will probably be the first one I try of trying recipes that people send to me, so long as they're not box mix based. That is the only caveat. I really don't like baking with box mixes outside of something like Jell-O. So boxed baked good mixes. So if people send me those kind of recipes, I am not as likely to make them. But scratch recipes, 100%. Phoenix actually sent me Dutch apple cake when I had way too many apples and nothing to make with them. That was delicious. And it's Phoenix's cream cheese frosting recipe that I love the best. I still use that for things. Which means it's probably your Dutch apple cake recipe, Hazel, that Phoenix passed on to me. I may eventually make that on stream one of these days, because it's super good. It's super good. I have a banana cake recipe that's really good. Just lots of good stuff. And I want to share it, but cookies are the best. And I like sharing cookies the best. Let me get these more or less squishied off to the sides here, like tucked in so that I can fit the last little bit on here. And I will also be repeating recipes at this point in stream. Like, I already am. Because let's be fair. I've done these Christmas cookies. This is the fourth year I've made these on stream. It's been done. But they're still just as fun. They're still just as enjoyable. And I actually polled my Discord at one point on if it meant I could do more baking streams, would you care if I duplicated? And the overwhelming response was, duplicate away. Like, no, I don't care. Make the cookies. Make the things. And I was like, okay. Okay, I can do that. Easy squeezy. Yeah, apple. It was given to my mom from a neighbor in New Jersey in like 1971. That's amazing. It is a fantastic cake. You're right, it is very easy. It now lives... I have to pull my gnome down to get to it. It lives in my big old recipe box. Yeah, I've got some really good stuff in here that I want to try. Did I put it? I think I put it on its actual card. Yep. German apple cake, right here. The apple cake is 3 eggs, a cup of vegetable oil, 2 cups of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of flour, all purpose, a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, 4 cups of thinly sliced apples, which is approximately 4 apples, and 1 cup of nut meat if you want to add nuts to it. Guess who skipped the nuts? Me. Yeah, it's so easy. It's super easy. So that at some point, banana cake at some point. I will make the hot water chocolate cake again at some point. Oh, I forgot I had that lemon cake. It was so sweet though. Oh my Lord, it was so sweet. I forgot I had a different recipe for spice cupcakes too. I have so many recipes, man. I have so many recipes. I love having recipes. I also want to try out, because I have really old cookbooks, like tasting history level old cookbooks. I really do want to try out making some of those recipes too. That's what I was looking for. Got to put my little Nomi friend back up on the shelf. The cream cheese frosting is all Phoenix. It's good cream cheese frosting. It's really good cream cheese frosting. All right, I'm going to head back into Be Desktop Sam, which means this mic's going to get muted temporarily. And we did make 280 cookies today. Hang on, let me do the math on my phone to make sure I didn't forget any. This is cross-checking. 35 plus 29 plus 32 plus 37 plus 34 plus 34 plus 35 plus 33 plus 10 equals... I have one additional cookie on here according to this. Really? Let me do it one more time. 35 plus 29 plus 32 plus 37. I could have mistyped in chat. 34 plus 34 plus 35 plus 33 plus 10. 279. So I added one extra cookie. Oh, you know what I bet it was? I bet when I typed in add cookies and I hit enter on mistake, it still added one cookie in, even though there was no number. I bet it base default will add one. That's probably where the discrepancy is. I did account for the cookie that Seamus ate, yes. The fake cookie that you and Seamus will be eating, right? Right? So, all right. Now that we know we have an accurate count of 279, which is very important. And I can put it on here. 279, that's only an extra 103 cookies. It's only an extra 103 cookies. Who would like cookies? I'm kidding. Partially. The bakery will be open. I'm going to turn off the oven. I'm going to go back into Be Desktop Sam. I will meet you guys over at the desktop computer, and we will find a fun place to go and hang out. So, one moment. Oh, there we go. Desktop Sam. A day you have a teeny tiny oven. Yeah, so I only have the one oven. Some of it, AC, will definitely depend on how big are your cookie sheets for how many can you make in one go. But I tend to crank out a whole bunch of cookies in a day. Spritzes, because I can get like 30 to 35, I think was the maximum on a sheet in one go. And they only needed to bake for 7 minutes. I just could rotate through them very quickly. Now, normally, this would be the point where I'm like, all right, it's time to wash the dishes and we're going to do the other spritz. But that's tomorrow. The hyperfixation is real, right? If you seem to have too many, talk to Phoenix. Okay, I'm just saying, Yellowfin. Talk to Phoenix. It's like, oh, it's a microwave size and the back is hotter than the front. Oh, so you've got to actually halfway through rotate your tray. Okay, so you've got a toaster oven size. You're going to be making smaller batches. Here's the nice thing about a lot of cookie dough. You can freeze the cookie dough for later. You can't freeze it for more than like month and a half, but you could easily bake a tray, put the rest of the cookie dough in the freezer, and then if the cookies are gone, pull out enough to make another tray and put the rest away again. Like, you can absolutely do that. Thank you for today. I've had the best time hanging out in your kitchen chatting. I appreciate that. I love you guys coming to hang out and chat, and I love sharing this stuff with you. Yeah, you can absolutely freeze this stuff, which makes it so good for prepping in advance and then having the space to bake it when you're able. It's wonderful. It's truly wonderful. Now, let me take a quick peek on who is doing what, because that is important, but I think I know where I want to take you guys. Provided I am able to take you guys there. Let me see. Now I've got so many options. Crap, I thought I knew where I wanted to take you guys. Oh, somebody went down briefly. You know what? Let me not overthink this. Last night, we were trying to go raid Sid Coletti. Sid has been doing amazing things. He has been working very hard to get to where he is right now. And I wanna go and say hi to him. And last night, we couldn't raid him because it was late and he was getting ready to leave. But that shouldn't be the case today. It says he's only been on for 33 minutes at this point, but the reality of it is that means his stream went down. His internet did a bloop. Yeah, Sid. So Sid is a DBD content creator and now an official DBD content creator. He is a fellow member of Everbright Global Gaming with me. He is absolutely wonderful. He's a super delight. He's just very wholesome and good people. I can't recommend it enough. I think you guys will enjoy your time over there. And then you can come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern again to this channel for Sam versus the Cookie Press round 2, where we will make the cream cheese based spritz. If you're not already, Discord link has been shared. Get your booty in the Discord. The times that I have been telling you for when I'm going to be live are all time stamped to be local to your time zone in there, making it easy to know. I've made events for the Christmas cookie, so they pop up to let you know that I'm going to be live. Very helpful stuff. My schedule is always posted in there. We have good chatter in there. And of course, the recipes are in there. Cookie up. That's right. Socials are above it. Socials if you want to follow me on other stuff and support me in other ways. First raid message with the mandalas is if you are subscribed. I know it lets you post it here in the channel. I mistakenly thought that by making it a follower emote, everybody would be able to use it. But it turns out everybody can use follower emotes in the channel itself, but only subscribers can use them in outside channels. So mandalas are if you are subscribed. Hearts are if you are not subscribed. I will be back tomorrow for the 11th day of the 12 days of Christmas cookies. Thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you lurked, chatted, rated, subscribed, resubscribed, dropped bits, shopped the throne, just somehow were awesome individuals. However you chose to be here, you did. And I really appreciate you for it. I couldn't do this without the support of people like you. It is wonderful. Let's take all of this over to Sid. And in the meantime, friends, make sure you take a moment to practice some self-care. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you, because you matter. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Bye!